Well, it looks like it went out. I'm not sure what the heck's going on with this. But man, I can just taste grilled hamburgers. It just makes me so sad. Well, I think it's going now. I'm just gonna slowly keep putting little pieces of wood on it. I mean, I got this stuff over here that my husband chopped for me, a couple big rounds, and then I've got that other stuff that's left over there, hickory and some sassafras and some oak that's left. And then I can always put that on there too. Try to get some coals done up, and then my husband texts and says he's on his way, I'll start dinner. So I got a couple hours still to try to get some good set of coals on here, and then be able to cook our hamburgers. Mr. Roy's back, so he's going to get the side of the roof jacked up to see if we can't get it a little more level. And then they don't have our siding anymore, it's too old, so that will have to be, he's got something that's similar to it, but they're going to try to do their best to get it to look the same. It's like 5:40 right now, and my husband says he's on his way home, so I figured, I got an alert saying we got like a 55% chance of rain, and it looks dark over there, so I got on the radar to see, and there are little batches of storm or rain coming up from like the southeast, so we have a possible chance. It showed about 6:20 that we have a little rain shower right over the top of us. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to start this. Because if we get any type of rain, this is going to get out and I'm not going to be able to use it. So I got our 5 burgers. That was 2 pounds. A burger there for us. And those 2 pieces right there are hickory. I thought that'd be nice to have a nice, sweet, smoky taste. There's big fat squirrels chasing each other and fighting over acorns. But as of right now, I'm sitting in second place for the Fabulous Over 40. And I feel very blessed and privileged to announce that as of right now. And these were a gift. These wooden bamboo spoons. I got spoons and spatulas. But they were from a viewer that sent them to me just out of the blue. I had them on Amazon from my Amazon link. I don't know who did it, but I'm loving them. I just flipped them. Kind of moved around the wood a little bit that's left there. And letting all that smoke get to them. I've been trying to move them so they're not directly over that flame. But I wanted the smoke to be on them too, so I had to keep shuffling them because the wind keeps changing directions back here. Now it's like coming out of the north and going like south, north-south, or southeast. No, it's going east to the south. So just trying to watch it. So we're not burning nothing. My husband's got roughly an hour 15 minutes, so he should be here after probably 7, because it was like, I think, 5:45 when he texted and said he was on his way. So an hour would be 6:45, and then add 15 minutes would be around 7 o'clock before he gets home. I'll find out how he likes the drive or the job. He ain't got no choice, actually, to choose where he wants to be and go. So with that being said, the job is the job. He's trying to get it. I think I'm going to move this one over here. Try to move these thicker ones up. Over here, more like it. These are mostly done, but not quite. And then these 3 are a little thicker and bigger, so they're gonna stay closer. You can see the hues of the coals underneath there that are pretty nice. And I like that it's not too big of flames coming off of it as it's still burning down the wood that's on it. But it's going to give these burgers a really nice flavor. And all I did was put some sea salt on it, pink Himalayan salt, some lemon pepper with some other seasoning that's in it. I think it's got sage and something else in it. And then my 24 herbs and seasoning I put in there, and then garlic pepper. And then mix it all together. And this is from Troyer's, a 2-pound sirloin burger, which I thought, well, we're going to try that. And then the way that I made it, I usually only make 4, which is 2 like half-pound burgers, but I must have didn't measure it quite right because I ended up with a smaller one, but it's okay. I got the wind coming from this direction. I don't know if we can see the trees moving or not, but the wind has picked up and it's cooled off some. It was 73 today, is the high as it got. And it was beautiful out. Can't complain. Darn squirrels are chattering about something somewhere up there. Uh-oh. I feel rain. It's that little spot. It must be after 6. Oh yeah, it probably is after 6. Hopefully this is all it does. 'Cause I'm cooking. Oh, thank you, Jesus. That was nice. It's just a little windy, which we're okay with that. Someone's mowing their lawn. I can hear the mower going. I raked around this. And this is what's fell again, which isn't bad. My pile's right over there. I was wrong. I thought my husband texted me at 5:45 and said he was on his way home, but that's not what it was. He just now texted me and it's 6:24. So now we're looking at an hour, which would be 7:24, and then 15 minutes would be about 7:40 he'd be home. So I actually got these on here in time, and then I'll just put them in the microwave so they just, stay warm, but not overly warm. To like put them in the oven on warm, and then I'm afraid they'll get dried out. But this is working out pretty well. I want to say that they're done, but I'm not for sure. They look still kind of red. See, this is what I mean when I can't really cook well enough because I can't see good enough. Whew, I can feel the heat right here. My phone case is getting warm. But I mean, if I push down on them, they don't seem to be leaking anything more out, but at the same time, I'm not for sure that they're done completely. So we'll have to see. I'll wait another probably 5 or 10 minutes, and then they should be done. All the beautiful trees right there. Just beautiful. So what I did was I came out to check waters, and this batch was about a quarter gone. The ones with a lot of babies in there, they were, a little more than a quarter gone, and then they were a quarter gone. They're all wanting just some stuff, and they all got stuff to eat, so I'm not worried about that. I'm gonna head back up to the house. Like I said, my husband will be here in about an hour and 15 minutes or so. Burgers were done. I got them out. Don't have a hole in the wall no more. And we are gonna keep doing what we're doing. So someone said that I needed to clean my cages out, and I'm just gonna show real quick, and that my cages are too small. But in all reality, my cages are 3 foot this way by 2 foot that way. And this is the areas that we have to clean up on everybody. My broken blue Elijah buck here, his cage, there's nothing in it besides his mat and his chew toy, and then what little bit of hay that he gets every day, which he done ate. And these 2 bucks are going to be put in a 4 foot by 3 foot pen. Now Darius has just a little bit of stuff in here, but it's not bad. Hi, buddy. He's my older buck, but he's a sweetheart. I've got many daughters from him. But as you can see, there's nothing in here besides his pad and his chew toy. But these 2 bucks are going to get moved into a 4 foot pen, which is over here. And that's plenty big enough for my bucks to be in. I just kind of want to make it known that that is what we're doing, you know, extending our buck pens out to be in these. This is 3 foot this way and a 4 foot coming this way. And they got plenty of space. This is almost, I think, 2.5 foot tall, 24 inches, so 2 foot. And that's Champ there. He's got a hay feeder. That's Samson in this one, but as you can see, it's not dirty in there. And not really dirty underneath either. And these are Ruby's babies that are going to be butchered in 3 weeks. They do have hay in there because I can't put enough hay in this, but this is going to be one of my buck pens. But they're not dirty. I am having my cousin come over. He should be here tomorrow now that he's got his truck fixed, but he's going to clean out underneath all my rabbit pens for me. But for instance, these are again 3 foot by 2 foot. And my rabbits that are in here are all female. And what is happening is once they have their babies and the babies are old enough to jump out of the box and roughly 4 weeks old, then I will then move the mama and the babies, once they're out of the box completely, into a bigger pen. So these pens will be empty for other grow outs, like this right here. This is a grow out. Her other doe right there, that's a grow out. They're in with mama still, yes. This one right here is a grow out. This is only a 14-week-old right here, which is more than enough room for them. But then you see underneath here, there's not much there. And their pens itself, I put the hay in there and I wait till they eat it. And then they don't get no more. But other than that, I mean, there's not much of a mess in these. Have to clean up. And then, for say, this is a cage that I'm making for this mama right here. She's going to be taken out and put into that once I get it built. And this is Princess and her little 3 babies that are 5 weeks old. But this is a 6 foot cage. This is 2.5 feet, or they're 2 feet, I should say. They're 30 inches, so like 2.5 feet wide or long by 6 foot wide. No, long. So 6 foot long by 30 inches wide is what all my mama cages with babies are getting turned into. So these mamas right here, these are their permanent cages, and they are in with some babies. And this is where the nesting boxes will go in because, like I said, these are their permanent cages. So I have 6 does as of right now in their permanent cages that are 6 foot by 30 inches, so 2.5 foot long or so. And I do put hay in the bottom. They do eat it, and they don't get any until they finish it. unless it gets rained on or wet, and then I'll pull it out and throw it underneath. But that being said, that is really all that there is to say when it comes to my rabbit cages. So saying that my rabbit cages need to be cleaned, that's not true, because I don't have anything in here for anybody to be having a dirty pen. We're trying to make pens bigger for mamas in case, you know, like my mamas, they have minimum of 8 to 13 to 14 kits, but basically they're 8 to 10 is what they normally have, and that's more than enough here to keep babies in here with their mama for 12 weeks when they all get butchered. And that's how long I wait till they get butchered, and then the mamas will go back in with a buck to be rebred again, and from there they'll go. But you know, 2 of these cages cost me a little over $80 for 2 cages, and then I have to put them together. And this one I've been working on. It's just I haven't had the will to want to try to finish it because it does take a little while. I mean, for the floor, I have to weave wire all the way through it to make sure the floor is nice and secure, and then I do it on the top too. Weave it in 3 different sections. And then this has got to get put on legs or be attached to this one. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it yet, but either way that I do it, it'll get attached. And then my husband wants to do supports on these, so he wants to run runners down the edge of this to help support this, and then one in the middle to help support too. You guys, you have food, eat it. And I got water. But yeah, that is the thing of my rabbits. You know, I know that people don't like seeing rabbits in cages, but we're not doing colonies either. It's too risky for colonies, and we have too many predators around, like coyotes, fox, hawks, stuff like that, raccoons, that could get in our colonies and kill our rabbits. And we've got way too much money invested in my rabbits just to put them in colonies so they can run free in a larger cage. That's why we're doing these 6-foot cages. I mean, if I had to, I could take all these cages down, make them into 6-foot cages. That would give me 1, 2, 3. That'd give me 6 more cages, but then I'm outnumbered of the rabbits that I have. And the goal is to try to keep so many rabbits. My goal is to have 30 does to be able to keep us so we can have plenty of meat, because we feed our meat to our dogs, and we want to start feeding it to our rabbits. And we eat it ourselves. We eat probably 3 or 4 rabbits per month, and that's it, about once a week. But that's all we can really get, because the dogs are really eating the rest of them. And with that being said, I mean, that's fine. But I've really got to, get my rabbit colony with my does kept. And I really like the colors that I'm getting, because I'm going to be using their hides for blankets, slippers, hats, gloves, whatever I can make with the leather from their pelts and have beautiful colors. So that's the reason why I have what I have going on too. So with that being said, we'll see everybody tomorrow. Till next time, God bless.